Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, it's your boy, Mr. Pointman, definitely putting it down. It's been a long week. Yo, what's your point? Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's that time. What is we gonna do? What is we gonna do? Well, you know what? First of all, hang on, Cowboy fans. We kind of had a long vacation. And now, here we are, getting ready to match up against the Minnesota Vikings. Sunday night football. Don't really have no ill anything about the Vikings. It's going to be a tough matchup. But before I get into that, let me just reiterate some things that the Cowboy football nation has been really talking about that I thought was just really not a story. So I guess I'm just as guilty. However, my final takes on George Pickens. And you see, anytime the Cowboys start doing something good in a way or going in a certain direction, all it takes is people from the outside to kind of start trying to, make a story, create some fiction, get a wedge, divide the team, go to certain people and get a response, take that response back and get another response from someone else to make bad communication in the locker room. They try to tear it up some kind of way. But this thing with George Pickens was started with, analyst Richard Sherman, which he's earned the right to say whatever he wanted to say. I just think he picked the wrong subject to do it, just my personal opinion, because there was a lot of things that went wrong in that game besides George Pickens. You kind of went on a serious situation looking at how he was looking, the body language, the body composition, and you went ahead and made your own opinion about what was going on, how he was feeling, and how he was pulling himself out the game mentally and physically, to some of y'all. And some of those highlights that they showed, they didn't show the rest of the play. Because one highlight, I'm not gonna show it, that's not what I do. But one of the highlights that they showed George Pickens jogging. But they cut the film. That's the funniest thing, cut it. And if you go back and look at the full film, if you can, when George Pickens was jogging, he slowed up just enough to knock a defender out of the way. That was his assignment. And the ball, you said that normally he'll go up and get with the two defenders that was on him. The ball was not only overthrown, but it was behind him. He saw it. There was nothing he could do for that ball. So the only thing you caught was him pulling up, slowing down, because he already knew the ball was going over his head. But just, pulling up some of the things that he's done up until that time, my man has about, 78 receptions, 1,179 yards, 8 touchdowns, an average of 15.1 yards per catch in 9 games. But they came after him. My man is going to have a bad game at some point. Every player on every team is not going to have such a good game. And you can't say, oh, man, you know what? His effort, just look at it. Just look at him sitting over there. You see how he's looking? Oh, yeah, he's not into it. In order for the Dallas Cowboys to get where they need to go, you got your main wide receiver goes out and George Pickens is doing this. Man, come on. Come on, for real. We know it makes news. We know what the deal is. Then they come up with, George Pickens' contract, I don't know if it's going to end up with a Michael Parsons situation. He has the same, agent, David Mulligan, and that may not turn out. Stop it. Just trying to create a story, trying to, come with some division. Those guys are going to work that situation out. However, the agent want to work it out. Hopefully it doesn't, end up in a situation like Michael Parsons, because that was a whole bunch of emotion type stuff that kind of happened. Some people blame the Joneses, some people blame Micah, some people blame the agent. I guess you just got to follow the money. We're not going to even get back into that one, but let's not do that, Cowboy fans. And some of our own fans is doing it as well, let alone the outside. We're the only organization that kind of does that. Let's leave that alone. Let that thing work itself out. Oh, no, we need to pay them early. so we can secure him so the price won't go up. If you knew everything they had going on, I guess, but we don't really know what these numbers are. Nobody does. Nobody but the inside accounting office, the Joneses and the lawyers, they don't the ones that kind of know that. So let's just kind of be smart about it. Do we want him to be here? Absolutely. Are we going to pay one player and not play nobody else? Not a chance. It doesn't work that way. But anyway, we are taking on the Minnesota Vikings this weekend, Sunday Night Football. This should be pretty good at AT&T Stadium. And I wish I was in attendance, but I won't be. I will actually be probably going live here and there, in a different location. Won't be in my location, but I will be checking it out. Now, the thing that worries me the most is that Flores' defense is for real, and he loves to mix it up. This guy, everywhere he's been, his defense has been great and confusing, the line and sometimes the quarterback. You never know what this guy's going to do. He's going to bring it. Now, they put a whooping on the Washington team last week. They blanked them, so I know they're feeling pretty good. Also, Mr. Jefferson, the wide receiver for Minnesota, is kind of getting a little agitated because, he's not been that much involved. So we're going to look for him to be that guy because, you know how the story is about us. We really can't cover in the secondary, or we show a lot of confusion when it comes down to the secondary in the defense. Hopefully, being off these weeks, we can change up a little something. And Coach Eberflus, if you're listening, just from a fan, I'm not in the building, but just from a fan, that 5-man front that you was doing, it was working. Now, I know, Javion Clowney wasn't there last week, but the 5-man front thing kind of works. I'm just saying. Also, one big thing that we're looking at, like we said, we don't know what you're telling guys. We don't know how you're running it, but just from what we're seeing from film and TV, when you back corners off 8 and 10 yards, I think I can get about 5 of that, because I'm going to get 5 before he even close in on me as fast as the ball is coming out. If you're going to beat me with press coverage. Beat me with press coverage. Stop letting them guys just, and I know the route tree and I know the formations tells you he needs to back off XYZ. Everybody's not playing that game. You're either going to get beat or you're going to get embarrassed. Or you just might give yourself a chance if you get up on the line of scrimmage and jam somebody at the line. Maybe your 5-man front can get home and disrupt that routine that you're trying to run. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a coach. I just been viewing this all season, and I'm just wondering, So don't kill me on that. I don't know the formation. As far as Jake Ferguson, I heard he's a little banged up. I'm just hearing the city should be able to make it on the field. The word is not out on Diggs just yet. Hey, get better, my brother. They could use every piece of help they can get on that defense. Offensive lineman. Listen, I know you guys been fighting, scrapping, changing parts out left and right. It just comes down to, are you better than me? Are you more man than me? Those edges that they didn't figure out something, how to attack our tackles, and I hope we have figured something out as well on the line to be able to defend that. I see a lot of them doing that wide 9 type thing, and they have spin moves, and our spin moves seem to be killing us on pass defense. Now, run defense, I see you out there still. I see you out there doing your thing, and I see the guards in the center, they doing their thing to run. But on pass defense, sometimes Dak can't set his feet, and I know none of this stuff is perfect. It just comes to a will of, I want to beat you more than you want to beat me. So I'm just talking to the players. And some of the fans, stop blaming certain players for everything that happened. 11 men, things have to happen for certain things to happen. Everybody has to do their job. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're in a position, y'all. We're in to go home. That's every game throughout with a little bit of help. We didn't want to be in that position, and we put ourselves in that position. It is what it is. We DC for life. We ain't gonna fret. But listen, we got to continue supporting our team, because we could beat some of these other teams who are absolutely out, and don't have a chance, or don't even have a fan base to even say anything. Some of them just don't even care. If they win, they care. If they don't, they're already in basketball and baseball. You know what I mean? But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm a little concerned about that defense because, Like I said, defense coordinator over there ain't no joke. The offense coordinator ain't no joke either. And Jefferson can't wait, to make a debut. He really hadn't had a chance to really do what he had to do. And they have another wide receiver over there that's pretty good and a tight end. Can't forget about the homeboy, running back Aaron Jones, who loves to beat up on Dallas. Hopefully, the middle of our line and our assignments can come up with something to slow that thing down. I think if we strike early, catch a lead early instead of these slow starts, I think we'll change game plans, for Minnesota. But who knows? I think we pretty much rested. I think we know what's in front of us, and it's up to us. We got to go get it, man, because ain't nobody giving Dallas nothing. Nothing. So, Cowboy fans, no. Cowboy players and Cowboy coaches. Y'all got to be smart, man. Y'all got to be smart and deliberate. Because if it's a time to stand up, it's time to stand up in AT&T. Yo, it's your boy, Mr. Pointman, definitely putting it down for What's Your Point. Hey, man, y'all holler at me. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you're feeling. Y'all know where I'll be. TikTok, IG, and YouTube. Y'all know where I am. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? Even come against me. Shoot, y'all might not like something I'm saying. It's cool. I respond back. Holler at your boy, though. It's your Pointman, definitely putting it down.